Well, the good news is it's raining here, and that is good news probably for these firefighters here. Take a look behind me here at the blaze. They're actually still battling here. Actually, it looks like it's actually started back up again on the south side of the building here. Firefighters are still up on their aerial ladders here. This has been going on since about 4:11 this morning here. Firefighters have been out here trying their best to try and put this fire out. It's basically been contained, as far as we can tell, to the 4th and maybe the 5th floor of this Paul Robeson Academy that we understand was appears to have been built in 1908. Joining me right now is Fire Commissioner Fred Wheeler. Let me ask you, what can you tell us about the fire at this point? Contained at this point, or still trying to get it under control?
Mostly contained. One area is experiencing a spread of fire right now. We're redeploying apparatus to that area on the east side of the building to start to contain that area.
And talk about, like it's contained at the top 2 floors of this building?
It does. In fact, the majority of the damage occurred in the roof level above the 5th floor. I suppose there's probably going to be extensive water damage to the 5th and, in fact, the rest of the floors also.
I mean, first of all, this is such a historic building. So many people know Paul Robeson Academy. It began in 1908 as a Catholic school. St. Francis, exactly. Just as somebody who's been around for a long time, what goes through your mind when you take a look at this? It really is kind of hard.
Well, I hate to see this type of thing occur in the city of Detroit, and we're hopeful that the school will, in fact, rebuild, because it appears that it's rebuildable. It's extensive, but it is rebuildable, and I hope that this course that the school elects to take.
Okay. Right. And talk about, again, the difficulties of this, because you were saying earlier it's the configuration of the building and also the levels that we're having at this point. Does it appear that we're going to be able to put that out over there on that side, or do we run the risk of the fire actually burning through the lower floors?
Well, no, I don't think so, that it will burn through lower floors. And the way the building is configured with the different wings, that's contributing to the difficulty in putting it out. Unfortunately, the fire is, in fact, making its way to the different wings, but we're trying to get ahead of it. And as you see, we are, in fact, doing just that.
Okay, and talk about also, it's raining, not a bad thing for you guys, but it's also lightning. So what danger does that pose to you?
Anytime that you're dealing with a weather condition involving lightning, that's dangerous. However, we still have to fight the fire. We have to put it out. We do our best to contain damage, and despite the fact that it's lightning, firefighters will continue.
Can you predict how long it might take, just from your professional knowledge here, how long it might take before this fire is
No idea, because after this phase of firefighting, we have to do what's called salvage and overhaul. Firefighters must enter the structure and put out hot spots, and that's going to be an extensive operation just to do that. They've got to go floor by floor and ensure that there's no embers remaining, anything like that could contribute to a rekindle.
So suffice to say, you guys will be out here for probably the majority of the day?
I would say so.
Okay. Deputy Commissioner Fred Wheeler, thank you so much for joining us. Again, Paul Robeson Academy, the entire roof has just completely burned. Firefighters still trying to... They have it partially contained, still trying to completely contain the fire here. This is school to nearly 700 students, K through 8, we're told right now. It's unclear what's going to happen at this point in terms of where they're going to have to hold classes in the meantime, because as you can see, if the insurance company decides that they're going to go ahead and actually fix this structure, it's going to take some time. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Kimberly Craig, Channel 7 Action News.
Thank you very much for that live update, Kim. As we mentioned, this building opened more than 100 years ago, back in 1908.
Yeah, this is a look at the school on Google Street View. 5 stories tall, a historic building that used to be home to the St. Francis Home for Orphan Boys.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building, as you can see there. The spokesperson for Detroit Public Schools says that the district is working to try to find a location to house the students displaced from Robeson Academy, but obviously there will be no classes held there today.